Good morning, my fiber friends. How are you today? It is Cotty down at the Match Factory. Christmas is just around the corner. I can't help you anymore. I hope you're getting your gifts done and ready for under the tree. I'm going to do something just a little bit different. And I'm going to go on a journey. And I'm hoping that you'll be interested on going on this journey with me. I call it a journey because I'm actually going to knit a sweater. Big deal, right? But this big deal is because a lot of the wool that I'm going to use in this particular sweater, I hand spun here at the store or at home, and I'm going to put it under a hashtag. I'm going to put it under MF Knit Artica, and we are going to go on a little journey, and maybe you want to follow and maybe you don't. It'll mostly be pictures, and putting it under the hashtag, we'll just sort of gather all of the photos as I go along, as I progress on this journey, regardless of how long it takes me. It'll be sort of sitting under that little folder, so whenever you feel like it, you can go and pop on over and take a peek at that hashtag. And I'll have it all in a post there on Facebook pretty soon. But what I wanted to show you was how this all started. And basically, you have watched me, and I have posted a few videos of me doing some spinning, and I have spun different type of things. The very first wool that I spun was a mill end. They call it mill ends, and basically it's a combination of fibers. It was silk, alpaca, merino, and Corriedale. And they're different colors, and it was just fun, and it's just a mill end, and it comes in what they call a kilogram bump. And you have seen me spinning. You have seen me spinning this particular yarn. And I'm just going to grab the camera, and I'm going to show you little pieces, and you'll just listen to my voice in the background as we go along on my little journey. So, this is what it looked like when it came from the store in a bag. And this is the fiber. And you folks have seen me spinning it. It's all different colors. All different colors. This is what it looks like when I'm spinning it. That's one ply. That's a single ply. So I do 2 plies, 2 spools of these, and I ply them together. So it's a 2-ply wool. And basically, it comes out as wool looking like this. I try to spin it so it's a DK weight. And that takes a lot of practice, and I'm still practicing. There's no 2 ways about it. So that was kind of the start of, before I thought of anything. It was just the fact of having the fun of spinning. And then I thought, well, okay, let's get a different color. So what I did is I went to straight Corriedale. And here is this medium, they call it medium Corriedale. And it's a sheep. Corriedale is a sheep. And this is what it spins up like. As you can see, the plies are thin, very thin. And then I put 2 of those together to try to make a DK weight yarn. Again, practice, 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 practice. So there you see this kind of stuff. Now, what really started that was what started it, but didn't put me on the journey. What put me on the journey was actually, just move that for a moment, was this, is I went over and I grabbed hold of this book. And as you can see, the sweater that is on the front cover is the sweater that I am going to make. It is called the Artica. And the hashtag, like I said, the hashtag is going to be hashtag MF for Match Factory, Knit Artica. And that's what you'll follow. So, then I gathered a little bit more. And this little bit more, let me explain what this little pile is here. This is 100% alpaca. It is my early spin, my early spinning days. It's a little bit thicker than DK, and that's okay. I don't need a lot of it. but it's a little thicker than DK, and it is squishy soft. Beautiful. Pretty proud that I've spun this stuff. This happens to be some wool that I purchased a long time ago from B, and it's an alpaca merino blend. And this, if you can believe it, close to my farm, when I first moved there were alpacas. And this particular yarn that is here was from that farm. They took that fiber and they sent it off to the mill to be processed into wool. And this is what that combination is. So I thought, okay, with this sweater, maybe what I'll do is I will make the white part, the main part of the sweater, the lower half of the sweater. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll incorporate the two, maybe make the ribbing in this and make this part white. Not sure. But this is the fun part about designing, about picking what you want to knit. So I thought, I was spinning this color together. I was spinning this color together. So spinning these two colors together made this quite bright, brilliant yarn, wool yarn, however you want to call it. And then I thought, well, if we mixed it with this, with the medium, it sort of tones it down and softens it, as you can see. And I thought, well, I think it'd be absolutely wonderful to use this in the Arctica jumper. So back on over here, and you saw a quick glimpse of it before, this is what I started to knit. Now take a look at that. Yep, that's my hand spun up on the top. That is this stuff. And I thought, well, I know I wanted to make it white, but the actual photo shows it in a dark, and the white is up in the yoke. So now I am contemplating, and this is my journey. This sweater is knit on a 5mm needle. I'm using these lovely Lantern Moon needles. They are ebony wood. They have swivel needle, swivel cable, and I love working with those ones. So here's the thing, and this is the start of the journey. I am knitting this in 5mm. It is slightly smaller than a DK. My question is this part that I have done so far going to be strong enough, not overstretch, to hold the weight of that beautiful yoke in all of these fibers? Now, I am quite willing to knit most of the yoke just to find out if it works. Just to find out if the strength, because it is a little bit thinner, you can see my fingers through the knitting, just to find out if it will actually be structurally sound enough and that it won't pull the neck too much. That's the journey, because I'm going to continue on. You're going to see different photos as I continue my journey. I'll update you every once in a while. And if I find that this is just a little bit too loose, yep, I will rip it all apart and knock it down to maybe a size 4mm needle and go up in the size of the pattern. So this is my journey. I hope that it's going to interest you and that you'll follow along with me. So I'll put up a post with a few of these pictures, and then you can actually look at what it is that I'm going to do. Maybe you'll start your own journey. We'll talk to you soon.